Hi, my name is Moses Borjas. I'm a local pastor here in El Paso, Texas. And I'm also part of Hispanic Access Foundation, a foundation working to build bridges with Hispanic communities, and also being able to touch, not only our city, but many other places around our country. My involvement started around 2017, 2016, 2017. And I was approached by Dr. Maite Arce, and she talked about what was happening with Castner Range. I was serving as a president of the Pastors Alliance here in El Paso, and it brought to my attention what was happening and being part of a group that was already advocating for Castner Range. And being that I was born and raised in El Paso, that brought a lot of attention to me, and it didn't take a long time for me to really get on board and really say yes to this project. Well, these mountains represent, if I could say, history. It represents culture. It represents heritage. In my case, my father, who immigrated from Mexico, the mountains reminded him of where he came from. And he would take us into these journeys through the arroyos that were our trails. And he would talk about his life journey, and at the same time talking about the beauty of these mountains and just the way that he would remember everything he was and where he came from. I believe firmly that when it comes to being able to open these opportunities, for example, open opportunities for outdoor spaces and opportunities to trails, opportunities to be able to learn more about the history of our mountains, for example, in this case, Castner Range. We leave a legacy, we leave a story not only for one generation, but for many generations to come. I'm gonna say this, that Castner Range was not a goal, it was a purpose. There was a purpose behind seeing Castner Range designated as a national monument. And as we see this purpose come to life, it doesn't just end now. The outdoors, the trails, the camping, the making stories with their parents, maybe small children, and parents making stories with their children. The pictures, memories that you get to make, that is without price. And I think that's a very key element of what makes Castner Range so special here in our city of El Paso. I think first and foremost, thanking President Joe Biden for being able to use this act and being able to preserve not only Castner Range as a national monument, but also many other areas around our precious country. And I think it's a valuable thing that we still need to support. I think it's something that not only is going to help us, it's helped other generations, it's helped us today, and I think it will keep on helping, the generations to come. I think it talks about how we are gracious and we are pleased, and at the same time, our hearts are full of gratitude. When we go out and we see nature, we see this beauty of creation, and we have the benefit to still see it, and the peace of mind that it's protected, not only for us, but for many generations to come. Yes, Hispanic Access Foundation is, its main purpose and objective is to build bridges in Latino and Hispanic communities. Those Latino voices that maybe have not had a strong voice, those Hispanics that maybe have not had the opportunities to be able to be a voice, make an impact in their communities. And Hispanic Access Foundation is working hard to be able to create those bridges, to create those opportunities, not only to work in their local communities, for example, myself here advocating for Castner Range with other organizations that have the same passion and have the same desire and that have worked tirelessly to be able to see this happen. I think Castner Range is first and foremost here in our city of El Paso, a very precious treasure now that has been preserved, protected. And I always say this, it's protecting the footsteps of those that came before us. It protects the footsteps and the voices of those that walked these lands way before us. But not only that, but it also protects the memories, it protects the things that we value the most. I lost my father in 2021, and you know, I see these mountains and it reminds me so much of my father, because we were able to walk pieces of these lands together. And those footsteps, when I go out and I walk these arroyos, it's like walking again with my father, being able to remind myself of being grateful for all the benefits that God has given us through His creation.